I put all my money on that being my buck. See if these tines hitting it. We're gonna put a camera right there. Hopefully those damn black bears don't take this one down. I've already lost 2 cameras to them. We're just gonna get this. No. This camera, that buck. We're gonna do a little bit more filming today. Yesterday was kind of a crapshoot. It was raining sideways. I think it rained almost 2 inches. So I'm working up a different side of the ridge today. I've got terrible wind. Yesterday the app was saying southeast, now it's northwest. It's like, and just the way the land lays out, I'm gonna get up in a swamp. I'm gonna play the backside. So if it is blowing northwest, it's getting away from me, and it's not busting the deer out. I'm gonna get into the swamp, and I'm gonna call, and I'm gonna rattle, and I'm gonna do that all day. Different spots, back and forth, different spots, and we're gonna use that to our advantage. I'm already on a rub line on this brook. It's old, but it shows that the bucks are traveling it. I think really the number one thing I need to do right now is focus on getting into that flat plateau where there's a lot of beech, and then getting to the back side of it so that I can work it effectively. With this wind pushing up the hill, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of obnoxious, but you gotta hunt with the conditions. If I was waiting for perfect conditions, especially in this area, I would never kill deer. So we'll do a little bit more dialogue around sign if I get into it today. You'll see a lot of really nice colors, and maybe we'll shoot a black bear. I have seen 5 this year, and this is an area that they keep frequenting. They actually ripped one of my trail cameras off a tree up here, so with any luck the wind will straighten out and we'll be in good shape by the time I get to the top of the ridge. We'll see. That's all perfect bedding right in there. We're at the top of the mountain. The wind blows right into the bedroom. A couple blowdowns, and I mean, it's perfect. Blowdown right there. I think I got a buck rub, right? Yeah, I definitely do. That's what I'm talking about. Is that a rub? Looks like it. This is an old buck rub. Hit the tree, and since the tree started to heal, I don't know if we can call that a signpost, but it's also dead, so buck probably killed it. We're getting up in that bowl that I was talking about. The bowl's over here. I know there's oak over here. There's beech all around me, and there's beech up there. So we're gonna get to the top where the swamp is. It's great bedding, it's great feeding. We're gonna work that area. But, I mean, we need to see more of that. And check out those colors. I mean, what the hell? It's crazy. I don't really want to go through these beech webs, but I kind of have to. You'll notice there's a lot of beech trees all over. This is a beech grove. Late season to, like, let's call it end of October through November, when all the green stuff dies off that these deer have been feeding on. These are the places that you'll find the most deer. They gotta eat. And those beech nuts are nutrient dense, so it gives the bucks, the does, what they need to survive the winter time. We're getting to that time of year, so I'm spending more time in these areas. This is the only beech grove I know of that actually was fruitful this year. Some of the other spots just don't have a lot of beech nuts, which makes me think this is a place for success this year. So, we'll spend time here. We'll rattle through here. I got terrible wind. I gotta keep getting out of this area. If I want to see a deer, I need to get on the other side of the slope. Beech nuts everywhere in here. We're definitely gonna see a black bear today. Wind's swirling bad. Honestly, if we see a buck today, we'll be lucky. Climbing up a friggin' cliff. Licking branch. The reason I say that is it looks like the leaves were at one point distributed away. So you kind of got to pile up over here. You've got almost bare ground. Notice how the leaves cover everything else. And then this is the only branch that's been snapped like that, broken. I mean, the buck would have been pretty gentle with it, but the rest of these are pretty healthy. You do have some messed up branches underneath, but they're not snapped in any way like that. Like that, broken off. I think the bucks cruise the top of this ridge. I just don't know when they're in here. Are they in here at night or during the day? And what time of year are they in here during the day? Because that's when I need to be here. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. And the wind's right at my back. It's really blowing this on. don't walk through those. Had some crazy wind coming, blowing trees over. You can see them all. I've jumped toes right off the side of mountains like this. You just never know where they're gonna be. I hate being out in the open too like this, but I'm sort of on like a spine of the mountain. That's super steep, that's super steep. Just want to get to the top. Made it to the top of the mountain. No deer sign yet. And I know for a fact the deer are on the other side of this flat area. So really all I'm trying to figure out is, are they bedding here? And are they here feeding yet? We still have green vegetation resources for them to feed on. Makes it trickier to figure out like where they're hanging out. But right now I want to find buck sign. The woods are pretty thick. It's hard to see. The wind's crazy right now. So I'm gonna have to go real slow, but not too slow, because I gotta find deer sign before I really start paying attention. One thing I've learned about hunting in these mountains is if you're not finding deer sign, it makes no sense to go slow. If you bump a deer, you can sit down, as Al Blood would say, eat a sandwich, and then get back on him in half an hour. But we're gonna keep moving through here and try to find these bucks. I just got into some bear sign back there, nothing big, but it shows they're in here. The direction I'm going, I have much bigger bear on camera, bigger deer, and finally the wind's working out a little bit in my favor, so I still got a couple 100 yards at least before we're hunting, but there's still time. I wouldn't be shocked if I came across something big cruising this ridge top. In these thick areas, you gotta get below the branches so that you can see legs, stomachs, tails. The advantage deer have. Ooh! Meh! 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 Motherfucker. I knew they'd be up here. You gotta pay attention. I think it was bedded down. I couldn't tell if it had antlers. What's gonna next if this deer comes in is gonna try to use the wind. I just jumped a deer. It was like 20 yards in front of me. I don't know if it was a buck or a doe. I tried hitting some calls at it, just stop it so I could see what it was. It looked like it had a really tall tail. A lot of the time those juvenile deer have tall looking tails. So, I'm not really sure what it was doing up here. I think it was bedded down because the wind's perfect for them. But I think I gotta go a little bit farther in here, get us clearing. Something that I can see a little bit of distance and start rattling. Because I mean, if they're right here, it only makes sense to try to draw them towards me. But I'm now suspicious that there's more deer right here that I can't see, and I'm nervous to move. It's just so thick in here. Usually when you see deer, they loop downwind of whatever spooked them. So right now, downwind is up here to my left. So I'm gonna loop against his loop. Try to catch him head on before he gets my wind. They trust their nose more than their eyes. You gotta play against that. looking in the tree. A couple of nick marks way up here. Might be a nice buck, I don't know. But I gotta eat something. It'd be nice to see another deer, but I don't know. Look at that, they rubbed that side too. It sucks being out here in the rain. I almost stayed home today. And I just guilt tripped myself. And end up out here anyway. Gotta find this deer. Meh. Meh. Fucking dumbass, man. I just did that. Something was trying to make a den out of this tree. It's pretty nuts. I jumped that deer right here. It's going that way. I'm going to try to loop over and get ahead of him. I'm feeling really good about these spots. I'm starting to freeze though, so I'm gonna make a decision here if I'm staying or going. Son of a bitch. Talk about a real boulder field.